I mean, they do the garden, they need to get it going. We don't waste any time. 1,200 graduates.
That's neat.
Yeah. I was surprised it came out. The last we talked, I haven't asked him. But see, that's with college bands too. I would think they have. But that, what are they looking for?
That's obviously not working.
It's by farm bureau. By farm bureau, I think that that's marching. Other than the university band, they were pretty good. I didn't watch that closely. There was a lot of that.
And I wasn't going to interfere with anyone's eating, let me tell you. We bow our heads in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time together, for the marching band to come together and rejoice over the past year, over the many blessings they have received as a group. We thank you for this opportunity to just pause and reflect on all the wonderful things they have done over the past year, and to hand out some awards for their special achievements. We thank you for the food that you prepare for us, and know that every good and perfect gift does come from above, especially through your Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross that we may have the assurance of forgiveness of sins and that hope of eternal life. We will make wonderful music in heaven when our time here on earth is over. So continue to be with us as we celebrate this event tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
I have been asked to make a special presentation. We have a birthday girl in the audience. We'd like to have you all help us sing happy birthday to Stephanie Kretschmer today. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy
Excuse me. Well, in Texas, me and the boys came up with this little song that we wrote, and we want to. Okay, we didn't write it, but we want to sing it for everyone with our jazz band to back us up this time. Three. Ready? One, two, 1, 2, ready, go.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. I learned how to carry on, and so you're back. I just
Good evening. I hope everybody had a good meal. It sounded like there was a lot of food there. Mr. Weeks. Hello, my name is Little Joe Hernandez.
Nice meeting you.
I'm the president of the Merrill Band Boosters, and I'm here to recognize one of the many area businesses which have supported the Merrill Band program throughout the year. This fall, the Band Booster organization decided that the band semi-trailer needed to be replaced. After a replacement trailer was found, the search began for a Merrill business who would sponsor the trailer. Following several meetings with the management team from River Valley State Bank, agreed to sponsor the new marching band semi-trailer, Marching J semi-trailer. I'm killing this. Bear with me, please. The funds donated by River Valley were used to purchase the new trailer, build new carts for the uniforms and instruments, and make adaptations to the trailer to the best to meet the needs of the marching band. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Mark Weiss, Ron and Todd Nichols, and the entire management team of the River Valley State Bank for their donation to the Merrill Band program. Your donation is truly appreciated and will benefit many students in the future years of the Merrill Band program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you on behalf of the Nichols family, and keep up the good work. Thank you. That concludes my presentation.
Next, I'm going to take this opportunity to recognize our color guard. We wanted to have a banquet with the girls in the fall like we did last year, and it just didn't seem to work out. So we decided, since the trip, it was a big trip year, we would just add those to our program this year. Jenny Christensen, who is our color guard instructor, is taking finals as we speak. So she is unable to be here to present those awards. So she does have a little award to give out on her behalf, and I will do that at the end. What I'd like to do right now is present the sergeant awards, and then I will have those girls present the other 1, 2, and 3 year awards for the color guard. So I'm going to give out, I think they're, okay. Amber Genrich is our dance captain this year, and she was not able to come tonight. Beth Seshaw, who was our rifle captain, and Danita Altflish, who was our overall sergeant.
For the first year color guard, you receive a letter, and those that are receiving it tonight are Gina Altflish, Katie Freund, Katie Meyer, Natasha Rasmussen, Erica Schleid, and Stephanie Schneider. The second year people receive medals that we have: Danita Altflish, Katie Drury, Amber Genrich, Sarah Hintz, Katie Iatoni, Kim Klessig, and Kim Peterson. And then third 3-year people that have been in it for 3 years were April Gridley, Andrea Moots, and myself, Beth Schessel. I just
just would like to make a note of, for those of you who don't know, our color guard did very well this year. They took the second place position in our class only by losing by 0.5 of a point to Waukesha North. And so they did very, very well, and we hope that will continue in the future. We, as the Guard completes their season, we have 2 awards we give out to them, and we let them vote on that. One is the most improved color guard member, and the second one is the most outstanding, or the, yeah, that's what we call it, the outstanding color guard member. And this is voted out by the girls on someone that they feel deserves those 2 awards. Our most improved member this year was a freshman, and I don't think she's here, but I want to just say that she came to us in the middle of the season, and she was one of those kids that was very conscientious. She didn't think she was doing very well, and she was ready to quit. She said, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm not very good. And so we got her through that, and it ends up that she was voted the most improved color guard member this year, and that was Katie Freund. The outstanding color guard is also voted on by the girls, and this is someone that they feel has contributed throughout the whole season, and someone that has always been there and been dependable and kind of went above and beyond the call of duty. And I'm happy to present this award to our senior color guard member, April Gridley. And I also need to tell you about April is that she was there all the time. She helped out with uniforms, she helped with flags. Anytime we needed something done, April was there, and that's the kind of students that we need around from time to time, that we don't always have to go and ask them, but they come and ask us what they need. So it gives me great pleasure to present this to April Gridley. And if those major award winners from Color Guard could stay afterwards for a picture, we'd appreciate that also. The band council, which is practicing their skit, is supposed to be presenting the next awards, which are the Soul Ensemble Awards. Oh, yes, thank you, Mr. Smith. I do have one thing from Jenny Christensen, which I'm supposed to present, so. This is a note that Jenny left today, and so I'll just read it. She did a nice job. It says, Guard, sorry I couldn't be here tonight. Just as you're getting awards, I'll be taking a final. I just wanted to let you know how proud I am of you for all your hard work, teamwork, and your dedication. And I can honestly say that you are the best group I've ever had the privilege of working with as an instructor or a student. As you know, each year we have our own little mascot that helps us laugh and stick together throughout the season. This year I wanted to award one of our outgoing seniors our Scooby Award to someone that has also worked very hard, worked with anyone who has had a question, and who always keeps us laughing in those long rehearsals. This year's mascot goes to Beth Session.
I don't need that much volume, I guess. I kind of view the color guard in another way. If during the whole marching season, if I don't have to go over with the color guard very much, I know it's a pretty good year. So, and that was true this year. I try to stay out of the color guard's way, which I think they appreciate, unless we're having some problems, and then I need to get over there. So, and I didn't have to do that much this year. So they had a great year. On our solo and ensembles, I wanted to make just a note about this. The solo and ensemble presentations is the longest, but I think people don't understand that the real importance of the Solo and Ensemble Festival. Real quick story, when I started teaching, I started in a school. I won't mention the school, it is not that far from here, but we had a terrible program, and it's a long time ago. The high school band played Class C the year before I came and got a second rating. Now our junior high band can play Class C or better, so that tells you where they were at. And so I called I called my best friend and I said, what would you suggest I do to build the band program up? and he only had 2 words, solo and ensembles. No, un is, it's not and, solo and ensembles. So anyway, I basically, that first year, I divided the group into ensembles and tried to spend all my free time, except for the concerts, on working on these individual pieces and solos. And within 3 years, my 3rd year there, we were able to play Class B music and got straight superiors and got a 1st rating. So we went from a 2nd in C to a 1st in Class B in 3 years. And I can tell you the only reason was solo and ensembles. Is that better? So, I'd like to introduce Carrie Krause and Amy Hein, who's going to do the presentations.
Paula Gridley had a horn solo, Class B, with a 2 rating, and a brass choir, Class B, with a 1 rating. You can come and get your medals.
We're going to kind of keep rolling, so if these people are here, just kind of come right up and we're going to keep right on going.
Andrea Rhodes, flute solo Class B. These are all Class B. Flute solo 2, flute choir 2, flute trio 3. I'll stick up. Stephanie Frederick with the flute quartet and a flute solo, both Class A and both 1 star at state. And the flute quartet, a 1 at state, and flute solo 2. Horn solo Class B 2, clarinet solo Class B 1, horn quartet Class A 1. Carrie Krause, these are all Class A. Never mind. Jill Strom, clarinet choir Class B 1. Jesse Shufflebine, trumpet choir Class A with a 2 rating. Winnie Poofa, clarinet trio, Class A 1 star, clarinet choir, Class A 1 star, at state, clarinet trio 2, clarinet choir 2. Melissa Waller, these are all Class A, piano solo 2, trumpet solo 1, trumpet choir 2. Sarah Smith, solo horn, Class A 1, brass choir, Class B 1. Angela Hernandez, Class B, brass choir with a 1. Sarah Hintz, clarinet choir Class B 1, bassoon solo Class C 2, clarinet duet Class B 2. Jamie Plish, these are all Class A, alto, sax solo 1, sax choir 1 star, and at state sax choir 2. Adam Schmidt, alto sax solo Class A 1 star, alto sax duet Class A 1 star, sax choir 1 star, alto sax solo at state 1. Alto duet 2, sax choir 2. Mitch Jemke, alto sax solo Class A1, saxophone choir 1 star, and saxophone choir at state 2. Dan Moore, trombone solo 1 star, trombone quartet 1 star, at state solo 1 and quartet 1. Grayson Albers, brass choir B, Class B with a 1, and a solo trumpet solo Class B with a 2. Stephanie Gervais, brass choir Class B 1, trumpet solo Class B 1. David Kunkel, parade drum Class A 1 star, percussion ensemble Class A 1 star, and both of them received a 2 at state. Robert Nelson, percussion ensemble 1 star, even though I really don't think he played. Was your finger chopped off, Robert? And at state, they got a 2. Brittany Schessel, brass choir Class B with a 1 rating, and baritone solo Class B with a 2. Adam Francoeur, trombone solo Class B 2, brass choir Class B 1. Brent Gartman, baritone solo and brass choir Class B, solo with a 2 and choir with 1. Stacy Monda, clarinet solo Class A 1 star, clarinet choir 1 star, solo 2 and choir 2. Anna Thwaites, trumpet solo Class A with a 1 star, trumpet choir with a 2, and at state her trumpet solo received a 1, and she got an audition. Tom Gentry, trumpet solo Class B1, brass choir Class B1.
Christy Weiland, snare solo, Class A 1 star, percussion ensemble 1 star, snare solo 3, ensemble 2.
That's what I say. Zach Lutsky, tuba solo Class A1, low brass ensemble Class A 1 star, and the low brass ensemble got a 2 at state.
Lee Poopball, low brass quartet 1 star, euphonium solo 1, and the quartet received a 2 at state.
Benny Boy Schleif, horn solo Class A1, horn quartet Class A1.
Brent Ford, tuba solo, Class B with a 1 rating, and brass choir, Class B 1 rating.
Katie Roberts, parade drum solo Class A 1 star, percussion ensemble 1 star, solo, and they both got 2 at state.
Ted Crone, trombone solo, Class B with a 2, and brass choir, Class B with a 1 rating.
Ben Krumholz, trombone solo Class A1, trombone ensemble Class A 1 star, and they got a 1 at state, especially for that third trombone.
Andy Hawka, trombone solo, Class A with a 1, and what are you trying to write? Class B with a 1.
Brass
B-A.
choir. Aaron Klug, clarinet solo Class B1, clarinet ensemble Class B1.
Jenna Newman, clarinet solo and clarinet choir, both Class B, and both received a 1.
Alicia Jackson, clarinet solo Class B1, clarinet ensemble Class B1.
Okay, this is a really long one. Lindsay Book. These are all Class A, clarinet solo, clarinet duet, clarinet trio, clarinet flute duet, with me, clarinet choir, all went to state, and they all received a 2 at state. Good job.
Liz Mann, the mallet solo Class A2, percussion ensemble 1 star, and they got a 2 at state.
Amanda Schneider, flute solo, flute choir, and piano solo, all Class B. Flute choir and flute solo received a 2, and the piano received a 1.
Jamie Borker, clarinet solo Class B, and 2. She got 2. Jamie Borker.
Kylie Reinhardt, saxophone ensemble and saxophone solo, both Class B. Ensemble received a 1, and her solo received a 2.
Rachel Buck, saxophone solo Class A1, sax choir Class B1.
Beth Hodgson, flute solo and flute choir, both Class B, and both got a 2.
Krista Peterson, piano solo Class A2, mallet solo Class A 1 star, mallet ensemble Class A 1 star, and both her solo and ensemble for mallets got 2 at state.
Lisa Ponko, flute choir, Class B, 2 rating.
Marcus Larson, sax solo Class A2, sax choir Class A 1 star, and they got a 2 at state.
Stephanie Reichenberg, saxophone solo, Class B, with a 1 rating.
Tiffany Gans, saxophone duet, Class A got a 2, and saxophone ensemble, a Class A got a 1, solo saxophone A got a 2.
John Schmunk, snare solo and percussion ensemble, both went to state, and his solo received a 1, and his ensemble received a 2.
Kellen Williams, parade drum solo, Class A 1 star, percussion ensemble Class A 1 star, and they both got a 2 at state.
Leif Martinson, the trumpet solo, Class B, with a 1 rating.
Chris Schultz, trumpet solo Class B 2.
Colin Jackson, euphonium solo, Class A, with a 2. Low brass quartet and miscellaneous brass quartet, both 1 star. Miscellaneous brass quartet with a 1 at state, and brass quartet 2 at state.
Ashley Doan, clarinet choir Class B 1.
Jim Huber, brass choir, Class B 1.
Sarah Lupton, flute solo Class B 1, flute choir Class B 2.
John Hughes, tuba solo, Class A with a 1. Low brass ensemble, 1 star. And at state, the low brass ensemble received a 2.
Lauren Johnson, clarinet choir Class A 1 star, and they got a 2 at state.
Jason Gleason, snare solo, Class A, and percussion ensemble, Class A, both received a 1 star. And the percussion ensemble received a 2. I don't know about the other one.
Lydia Callio, horn quartet Class A 1, horn solo Class A 1 star, and she got a 1 at state.
Stephanie Kretschmer, brass choir, Class B with a 1.
You're welcome. Erica Schleif, flute choir Class B2, flute solo Class B2.
Christina Mueller, flute solo, flute quartet, and piano solo, all Class A. Flute solo and flute quartet got a 1-star, piano solo a 1, and both received a 1 at state.
Joe Tiffany, saxophone solo Class A, 1. Saxophone choir, Class B, 1.
Shauna Weber, trumpet solo, Class B, 1.
Joy Brandenburg, flute solo Class B, 3. Flute choir, Class B, 2.
Elizabeth Fromm, flute solo, Class B, 1 rating. Flute trio, Class B, 3 rating, and flute ensemble, Class B, 2.
Brian Sadaki, tuba solo Class B, 1. Brass choir, Class B, 1.
Dean Lambrecht, marching snare solo, Class A with the 2. Percussion ensemble, Class A, 1-star, and at state, the ensemble received a 2.
Nick Hahn, trumpet solo Class A, 2. Trumpet choir, Class A, 2.
Look at him smile. He's excited.
Shauna Gasper, clarinet solo, clarinet trio, both Class A, 1 to state. Also saxophone solo, Class A received a 1, and at state, she received 2 and 2.
Jilly Schofield, flute solo Class A, 1. Flute quartet, Class A star, and they get 1 star, and they got a 1 at state.
Damian Wagner, trumpet solo and trumpet choir, both Class A received a 2.
Amy Hine, congratulations. Tina Gavick, mallet solo, 1 star, mallet ensemble, 1 star, and they got 2 at state.
Kayla Primo, mallet ensemble, Class A, 1-star, piano solo, Class A, 2, and at state, her ensemble received a 2.
Patrick Callahan, sax solo, 1 star, sax duet, 1 star, choir, 1 star, piano solo, Class A, 2, and a whole bunch of stuff.
Natasha Rasmussen, parade drum solo, Class B, 1, symphonic percussion ensemble, and wind percussion ensemble, both Class A received a 1-star, and at state, she received 2s on both events.
Mandy Meyer, piano solo Class A, 2, oboe solo Class B, 1, percussion ensemble Class A, 1 star, and they got a 2 at the ensemble at state.
Sarah LeBooth, horn solo, Class A, 1-star, horn quartet, Class A, 1 rating, and I don't know what she got at state. She didn't go.
John Gerval, solo French horn Class B, 1, and brass ensemble Class B, 1.
Samantha Hughes, trombone solo, Class C, 1 rating.
Justin Hodgson, parade drum solo Class B, 1, percussion ensemble Class A, 1 star, and they got a 2 at state.
Misha Primo, parade drum solo, Class B, 1 rating, and percussion ensemble at state received a 2.
Carrie Kudik, snare drum solo Class B, 1.
Jessica Peterson, clarinet ensemble, Class B, 1, clarinet duet, Class B, 2, bassoon solo, Class C, 1.
That's it. Good job.
Good job, everybody. Bye.
Now, every time we do this, we ask who's going to be there, and I'm sure that we probably had some people that perhaps are here that did not sign the sheet saying they were going to be here. If you did not receive your solo and ensemble medals, raise your hand and we have them here. Anybody? It'll be the, who is it? I can't see. Okay, we're working it. We have them up here, so we'll get anybody else. Solo and ensemble medals that people were not called. Jill, we will have it. Come on up. You may have to give a speech from it.
Heather Kretschmer.
Heather Kretschmer, she here. Oh, you didn't? Okay, we got yours. You could read them.
Yeah, we sent it.
Anybody else? Okay. We're going to move right on to our drum major awards. I believe that's next.
This year we had 3 young ladies who did just a fantastic job. This was the first year that we had our drum majors actually go to the leadership. Is it the first year, right? The leadership camp, which is 2 days prior to their drum major camp, which they learn about drum major stuff. And let me tell you, I noticed a world of difference when these young ladies came back. They were all fired up. They had all these good ideas, and they didn't wait for us to ask them. They told us. And they went ahead and they did really cool stuff, I thought, and they really got everybody pumped up at the beginning of the year, and that's exactly what we needed this fall when we all came back together. So I give them a lot of credit, and it takes a lot of leadership skills to get up in front of 120-some people and make them want to do what you want them to do. So they did just a fantastic job this fall. We have a senior who was the drum major for the first year. I'd like to recognize Carrie Dabbert. We have another senior who was on her second year as drum major, Jill Schofield. And we have a junior who's in her second year as drum major, Carrie Krause.
This is going to be a rarity next year because we're going to have Carrie back for we'll have a third-year drum major. I don't believe we've ever had that before, so we expect her to be nearly perfect.
Our next presentation is Mr. Smith is going to recognize this year's band council officers.
We do have a band council that is elected by the students, representatives, and officers. We're just doing that for next year, this week. Leadership is very important to the band, and I have to tell you, over the many years, it really has been up and down. Some years we have real good student leadership and a lot gets done, and some years it's kind of doesn't happen all the time. And been pretty happy all the way through this year that things have been going very smoothly. We haven't had any problems, and the band officers and drum majors have helped the directors so that we can do what we're supposed to do, teach, not do so much of the other things. So it's very much appreciated. So if these officers would just stand up. Our president this year is Patrick Callahan. Vice President Nick Hahn. And our double duty person, Carrie Krause, the secretary. And the treasurer, who you've also met, Amy Hine. Very nice job. Should be very proud of the work you've done this year. I know the band students don't always appreciate it, but it's important. Ms. McCauley, the Pep Band Award.
Do I have a band council representative who's going to help me pass these out? Okay. We give out Pep Band Awards based on the students' attendance at Pep Band events. This year we had a couple football games which were not on the original calendar. We had one as soon as school started, then we had a playoff game. And then usually this does not happen. We actually had one pep band that was canceled because we couldn't get a drummer for the pep band. So the students had to attend 8 out of the 13 of those events to receive this award. We give out a bronze medal for the people that have done it for the first year, attended the 80% of the pep bands. We give out a silver medal if it's the second year that they've done that, and a gold medal if we have students that have done it the third year in a row. So our bronze medal winners this year are Elizabeth Fromm, Mitch Zemke,
Stephanie Kretschmer, Leif Martinson, Ted Crone, Justin Hodgson, and Carrie Kudik. Please come forward and receive your medals. I'd just like to make one special note on one of these students. If you don't recognize Leif here in the nice colorful shirt, Leif just came in our district late. He came in partway through second semester, or second quarter, I believe. And I think that's really neat. He got involved right away, and he really has done a nice job for us. So thank you. Okay, these students have attended 80% of the pep bands for 2 years. Lindsay Book, Sarah Hintz, Alicia Jackson, Erin Klug, Jenna Newman, Jill Strum, Tom Gundry, Adam Schmidt, Melissa Waller, Jesse Scheffelbein, Andy Haka, Lee Pufal, Ryan Zabatki, and John Schmuck.
Good job, man.
And these people have attended 3 years in a row, have attended 80% of the pep bands. Amanda Schneider, Damian Wagner, Sarah LaBouse, Ben Cromholtz, Colin Jackson, and Kayla Primo.
Marcus, you're going to 12 goddamn. Yeah, no chance to come back.
Thank you. The next thing on the agenda is titled on ours the director's skit, and we've kind of done some different things over the years. We're not going to be doing a big elaborate skit this year. We're doing something that is titled the band's ABCs, or the ABCs of the band program. And you know, normally, and I mean this seriously, normally we would be standing up here, and it's been tradition that we kind of poke fun at some of the band members. And we certainly could do that this year. I mean, I could be talking about Marcus Larson and Jim Huber, but we're not going to do that this year. We're not going to do any of that. We've got a different kind of thing. This is the ABCs of the band program, and some of it is humorous, I think. Some of it is serious, and some of it is, what? Philosophical. Okay.
It's actually called the Bandroom ABCs.
Okay.
So now we will begin this reading of the Bandroom ABCs. A is for attitude, the positive attitude each Merrill band student possesses.
B is for beautiful sound, produced by the fine musicians at all times.
C is for creative. Creativity is one of the many characteristics possessed by a Merrill band student.
D is for director. Merrill High School is fortunate to have 2 of the finest.
E is for excellence, as in a tradition for excellence, which is the band motto.
F is for feelings, which makes notes and rhythms music.
G is for the greatness, which we hope each Merrill band student will achieve.
H is for hues. A band student everybody wants to...
Wait, Mr. Smith, remember, we aren't going to talk about any band students.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. H is for horn. Each Merrill musician spends a lot of time keeping their horn in peak playing condition.
I, in the Merrill Band program, I and me are substituted with us and we.
J is for Jello, the food which Mr. Smith says no one should ever eat.
K is for knowledge that band students receive through their many musical endeavors.
L is for love. The love of music grows as students gain knowledge and proficiency in music.
M is for the marching jays who make the people of Merrill very proud.
M is for memories. Band students will leave Merrill with many memories of their experiences, and the directors may try to forget some of the memories, especially those from Marcus Larson, that they leave behind. Sorry.
N is for notes. Merrill musicians handle them with ease.
O is for organization. All Merrill Band students are masters of this skill.
P is for parents who give their time and talents to the Merrill Band program.
U-turn's coming, just wait. Q is for quiet. Students are always quiet when the directors are speaking.
R is for respect. Each band member exhibits for each other, the directors, and fellow competitors.
S is for solos and ensembles, a program which makes the Merrill Band program fundamentally sound.
T is for time that each band student is willing to make so that the Merrill Band program is its very best.
U is for understanding. Tremendous patience and understanding is displayed by the directors at all times.
V is for the VCR, which sustains band students on long, boring bus rides.
W is for winner. All Merrill Band students are winners because of their participation in music.
X is for xylophone, one of the many instruments played by the multi-talented percussionists of the band.
Y is for yes, that word which all Merrill Band students utter when the directors ask for help.
And Z is for sorrow, one of the many tremendous field shows performed by the Merrill Bands over the past years.
And this now concludes the reading of the band room ABCs.
I'd like the band skit people to note the congeniality of our skit.
We don't make fun of you in our skit,
We would just like to make note of a gift that we are going to be presenting to the two drivers that drove the semi-truck to San Antonio. The two semi-drivers were Bruce Schleif and Delmer Polak, and they will be receiving a band jacket from the Band Booster organization. We were hesitant to have them come tonight because the guy that we got them from couldn't guarantee that they would be here, so we didn't want to have them here to present them and then not have them here. So we would like to make a note that we will be giving them a gift for their extra time and talents there for helping us.
The idea of the, I shouldn't say this, but since they have the jackets, that's probably a good indication that they might want to use them again.
Yeah.
Okay, at this time I'd like to call upon Kathy Schleif, the outgoing Band Booster president, and she's going to... Kathy Shufflebein. Okay, Kathy Shufflebein is going to do that. And we are going to do I would like to take one thing while she's coming up here. I'll save her the time of saying one thing. I'd like to thank all the people that helped tonight with the food and everything. I was a little bit worried with this late organization that we wouldn't have enough food or things wouldn't go well, but the food was great, plenty of it, and I'd like to thank all the people that helped with that, especially Julia Weller.
Excuse me for just a second.
No, also thank Brian Waller then for doing the videotaping. The videotape that you saw before was Brian's, and Brian has basically videotaped our events all year, including the marching competition, concerts, and other events. And he does that for very little pay. So let's give Bruce a hand.
like to thank all the outgoing booster officers. I was the president, and little Joe Hernandez was vice president, who's now president. And secretary was Deb Lupton. Forgot her last name, sorry, Deb. And treasurer was Deb Schleif. I want to, what?
Stand up.
Stand up. The new president is now little Joel Hernandez. And vice president is John Cohn. Secretary is Kathy Blake. And treasurer is Deb Schleif. If you're here, please stand. I want to thank everybody for putting up with me for being president this past year, and I hope you all continue in the band boosters if you have kids here, and even if you don't.
Yay! While the band council is getting set up for their skit, I'll just do a few announcements on behalf of the band boosters. There are a few positions that we are in need of filling for the committees, especially the publicity committee needs to be filled, and that basically is someone who helps us get publicity out on our events and our concerts and those kind of things. So if you can help us do that by getting the information to the newspapers and the TV stations and whatnot, please come and see us. Also like to remind you of the fall organizational meeting that we always have the weekend of the first band camp, and this year it happens to be on Saturday, August 4th. And that'll begin at 6:30 in the band room. And there's always refreshments served, and then you come out after the meeting and you observe what the kids have worked on for the 2 days during the weekend there. So, reminder about that, and again, thanks everybody who helped out with the trip and throughout the year. We couldn't do what we do without all the help from the parents. So, thank you from Mr. Smith and myself.
There's a reason for that.
While you finish setting up, I have one quick announcement too. Some of you saw the posters back here and probably heard about this, but this is kind of a commercial message, but there was some mix-up in rescheduling a lot this year, and this last event is we are not having our traditional big band bash at Lesson Jim's, which was scheduled for Saturday the 19th. What has happened, if you follow the different events, because graduation was changed, during the Rasmussen's dance thing was changed, and this caused us to make some changes. And so what we're doing in place of this is this Thursday night, starting at 8 o'clock, we're going to just have another jazz concert in the auditorium. However, we do have a special guest coming in. His name is Mitch Biba. He's a high trumpet player. He's lead trumpet player with the River City Jazz Band, and he's going to be playing as guest artist with both jazz bands. And we're going to kind of conclude with a little bit of a jam session. If there's any alumni that want to come back and play on the last number, we're going to kind of open it up. And I hope to see some people out there. I'm kind of worried that with all these events going on that we're going to have very few people. And my concern is when we bring in a guest artist like this, we want to have a decent crowd so that he feels that he's doing something that's important here. So if at all possible, I invite you to make that concert. It's our last event of the year. It's this Thursday night, the 17th, 8 o'clock in the auditorium, featuring Mitch Biba and the two jazz bands from the high school.
I think you turn it this way because so you can see everybody. Okay, this is the band council skit, and it's just a highlight kind of thing of the Texas trip, another one. And here it goes.
Stop screwing around, please.
All right, we're just gonna do a little skit, and Jemke is Mr. Smith. Jill Schofield is Miss Mack. Carrie Krause is Katie Ayatoni. And everyone else, Sarah's Vicky, the tour lady. And everyone else, just the students. Okay. Trip starts with Tuesday, April 24th. The Merrill High School Marching Jays begin their trip to Texas. Morale is high as the buses roll away. Wednesday, April 25th. However, at a breakfast stop in Missouri some 12 hours later, morale is not so high. There are, however, some exceptions.
I could stay on this bus forever. I've never slept so good in my life.
Somewhere in Arkansas, they learned a lesson.
Oh, we're in the deep south now, so everybody's really racist.
What you said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point is what you just said close to something rational. Quite frankly, I'm done from listening to you.
They even drove by the world-famous Little Rock, Arkansas. After what seemed like an eternity of driving, they finally pulled into Houston.
Now everybody's required to be at breakfast in the morning. It's in the Arkansas room. Don't you mean Arkansas? No.
Thursday, April 26th, the band tours NASA. They happily get off the bus to sightsee. They enjoyed sights in the tram tour to Mission Control, so they get on the tram that way. Some did enjoy the tram more than others.
This is just like a roller coaster. Look, no hands.
These trams drove by a park filled with rockets used in the past called, surprisingly, Rocket Park.
I don't want to look at them. I want to ride them.
Then Merrill went to Galveston to spend the afternoon on the beach. So they get off the bus again and go to the beach.
Everybody, be really careful for the riptard. They'll pull you under. But not me, because I can walk on water.
The students pile back on the buses after some fun-filled hours of sand and surf, then travel to San Antonio. Friday, April 27th. Despite their late arrival, the band wakes up bright-eyed and ready to play their incredibly advanced concert. After their critically acclaimed and award-winning performance, they are ready to go sightsee San Antonio. But first, they met Vicky.
Hi, I'm Vicky. I'm with your tour guide agency. You're about to go see San Antonio. Hold on, I gotta take this. Okay, downtown San Antonio has the Alamo. About 200 people died in the Alamo.
189!
Okay, like Davy Crockett. And you see that building with the green dome? That's where Ghostbusters was filmed. Okay, anyway. Downtown San Antonio used to belong to Mexico, and, well, there's the Alamo Dome. Now, the owner of the Minnesota Vikings wants to build a new dome in Minnesota, but if he can't get the money, he's going to move them down to San Antonio. Then who'll you make fun of? Okay, you know that Ghostbusters movie? That building with the green dome? That's where it was filmed. About 200 people died in the Alamo.
189!
Okay, do you you want to socialize or do you want me to be quiet? About it.
After their tour of downtown, the group went to UR Cooks. Saturday, April 28th. The band continues its tour of downtown San Antonio, including a tour of the Alamo. Later that night, the band marched in the night parade. And marched. And marched. And marched.
Go Spurs, go! Where are they going?
Okay, that's enough. Sunday, April 29th. The band wakes up and heads to Six Flags. So they go to Six Flags.
Mr. Smith, have you been on any roller coasters?
Oh, I've been on all of them.
What about that one?
I haven't made it over to that one yet.
How do you scream? Do you scream really loud?
Well, I don't scream like it's more of a ugh.
Okay, they're going on a ride now, so we're gonna watch them go on the ride, I guess.
Make sure you don't scream on this ride.
Oh, I don't scream. Screaming is for girls.
As the ride takes off,
Well, we don't have to tell you.
after a terrific afternoon, the students get back on the buses. Just Macaulay has a line now.
Hi everybody, how was your day today? Good, good, good. First, I do not. I do not.
They drive through the night to return home to Merrill. Monday, April 30th. After 6 days and countless insane statements,
What? Huh? What?
the trip is over, the band has finally come home, and they are thrilled for the opportunity to return to Merrill High School and expand their fine education with 3 weeks of makeup work, and that's it.
Freshmen